Hey everyone, it's Leslie. Wow, it seems really dark. Maybe if I turn, that looks better. It's Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, here to coach from the carpool. Hey, I'm liking this because, it does give a fun way for me to talk to you. It gives a really fun way for people to actually, when I see them during the day, go, oh my gosh, I saw that. I love this. So I love the feedback. Even if you're not sharing and commenting down below, which please do that, please. But just the interaction that I'm having outside with people that I know all the time is kind of fun too. So keep that up too. We're going to talk about really, I guess, what's considered some soft skills. All right, there's the technical skills that you get, the numbers and cents skills in a business, the strategy, tactics, process, all that stuff, which is really good. I mean, we talked about systems yesterday, right? And I'm kind of going off of our top 10 here because I just felt like I needed to talk about this today. So maybe someone out there needs to hear this. But there's this soft skill management. And, I hesitate to use the word mature because we can be very mature as adults and be very immature in our learning in our business, but that's the best word I have for you right now. So this soft skills really come with maturity in a business, situations that put us into I'm sick and tired of that, so I want to do this kind of thing, is really where these soft skills come into play. And part of where this comes from, and I'll just let you know where my inspiration tends to come from, because it can come from all sorts of different random places. But I have a colleague, Rebecca Liston, who does intuitive business coaching, which is really very unique. If you want to know more about that, let me know. I'd be happy to share her with you. But she did this blog post about she works 3 weeks out of the month, and then she takes a week off. All right, so she has a rotational basis where she works 3 weeks out of the month and takes a week off. And I think that's pretty fabulous. I take a lot of vacation. A lot. Every school holiday is a vacation in my world, whether it's a vacation, whether we're traveling or not. I take that time out of my business plus travel time. So I usually take off 12 weeks. So what's that? 3 months, 3 to 4 months out of my year. Okay, that might seem a lot. Rebecca's schedule might seem weird. And I'm laughing because I have a colleague that I'll mastermind with here in town, and we were setting our first appointment, and I said, well, I can't do anything before 10. And the comment was, well, must be nice. I didn't say I wasn't awake and working. I said, that's when I can do my first appointment. So here's kind of the inspiration for today. And I love this because I'm really excited. I came across this little picture quote. I love picture quotes. And I found it maybe a year or two ago, and the topic really hit home. Well, I haven't been able to go back out and find it. It's been driving me nuts. So every time I want to share it, I go back out and I see if I can do another search and find it where it was. And I found it today. So excited. Okay, so let me share it to you. So I wrote it down so I would get it all right. But the quote is it's from a presentation by Gar Reynolds. The TEDx Tokyo is where I think he was. And so it's 2011, and he's talking about these lessons from bamboo. And there's one element, or actually, look it up. You want to see it. I'll post the link for it in the comments later. But one of the things that he really talked about that I thought, oh, this is awesome, was this concept of being firmly rooted yet flexible. All right. And I think that translates to business 110%. And let me tell you how that translates. So in business, you have some non-negotiables. You should have some rules, right? Your playbook, if you will, how we score, how we win, how your employees can conduct business, how we market, whatever those things are. Okay, that's your foundation. The fact that you want to work 3 weeks and take a week off, that's a foundation, all right? The fact that I want time to do everything that I need to do. I mean, I don't know about you. If you're a working mom out there, if you own your business or you work for somebody else, we don't stop. I didn't get home until 9 o'clock last night. It's like 8 to 3 is business, 3 to 8 is kids, right? So we're doing a lot out there, and we have to balance, and get and just some, I don't know, perspective and some things. So all of those, have a call coming through, all of those different elements of your business are the foundations. And what's really cool is you get to choose every single one of them. There are no rules. There is no like business rule police that's going to come give you a ticket because you choose to do it different. Okay. All of those things are really, really key in putting something together. Makes sense, right? And like bamboo, you want to be able to be flexible. And if you think of bamboo, I mean, it's these really big trunks and this length and this heft, and the root structure is actually very shallow, if I remember correct. It's not a very, like a taproot kind of a tree. But when bamboo is blown, it flexes, right? So it compensates for the rigidity by flexing. How does that work? Well, flexing would be, there's a couple of ways. If you're looking at time management, flexing is what I call going back to college. So if you think about this, is when you went to college and you chose your classes, you were balancing classes, you were balancing labs, you were balancing how early you wanted to get up in the morning and how late you wanted to be up. You were balancing probably a school job. You were balancing study time. I mean, you were balancing and fun, right? It's college. Should have been balancing some fun in there. So you had to really take all of this into consideration when you were doing schedules. And now there's like these amazing schedule tools, which we did not have in college. But you had to have like contingency plans. So if this class didn't make, what could you shift and change and do all of these things? That's a bit of how I look at balancing business and life. Is it's much more fluid versus rigid. Like nobody says I have to open my doors at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and nobody really says I have to be open at 4. You know, those are societal norms, supposedly. I would give it a better indication to, but not necessarily the rule. So choose whatever your rules and then add flexibility. So for instance, in my world, I'm a speaker. If you need a speaker, let me know. I'll be happy to come speak to your group for free or paid. Either way, I'm good. But sometimes I'm speaking either really early in the morning, like at a 7 a.m. meeting, or late at night, like a 7 p.m. meeting. All right. The flexibility, even though I say my family is a priority and I choose my family first and all those things, the flexibility is that I can shift. Right? I can compensate. I can put in plans into place to still take care of the family during those times, but then I can be where I need to be. So it's very fluid. And another case in point, I'm just going to give you a bunch of examples today. You're growing your business. When you grow your business, it takes 10 times more effort than you thought it would or should, or I don't know. It just always takes more. So you put a lot of energy and emphasis into the business. That typically means that you're cutting back on something else, either personal time, family time, sleep, a lot of different things, right? The thing is, because it should be a flow, because you should be flexible, right? Blowing in the wind, then it should come back. You know, it's like the pendulum swing. It should come back. Where we tend to fall down, where it tends to fail us, is when we're so rigid we don't bend. We're so married to, let's say, the corporate idea of working 8 to 5. We're so married to absolutely having to be 110% in our business all the time, like nonstop. We're married to these things that we're being told is the way to success. I see a greater level of success for my business owners when they've got the flexibility, the ebb and the flow to go into things. So think about that. You know, we want the structure, we want the foundations. We've been talking so much about foundations, right? Sales process, marketing process, clients, client management, but think about those things, okay? And really how, once you put the systems and the structure in place, it really is to give you more freedom and give your business more freedom to grow in ways you didn't even think about. And just be open to those opportunities, because it's really, that's why we're in business. We see opportunities. We want to be able to take advantage of them. All right, so I want to talk about a pet peeve. this drives me absolutely batty. It comes in how you manage your time, especially in relation to building your business or serving a client. Case in point, let's say you join an organization, you commit to volunteer, you've got a standing meeting out a whole year out, like it's always on this day, and you book client work on top of it. Now, I'm only going to say, make money, right? That's why we're in business, serve clients, and emergencies happen. So get all that. However, to me, and this is why it's a pet peeve, is that it's a choice not to defend your foundations, right? That the same little rigidity thing, it's the choice too. Now, I am an appointment-driven business now. My design business was a heavily appointment-driven business. Like, if I wasn't seeing clients, I wasn't making money. Totally get that. For a long time, I let my clients be the driver of my time. And let me tell you this, and this is human nature. This is not about, good or bad or indifferent, whatever that is for you. When your clients drive your time, they do not always have the business's best interest at heart. They have their best interest at heart, which is what we do as humans, right? So we're right on with this. It's human nature. No judgment around that. When we fall into that little of, here I am, here's Shirley. Shirley's in a very appointment-driven business, right? When we fall into the trap of allowing our clients to dictate our schedule in such a way that we can't honor commitments, we're falling down. It's not a good indicator. All right. It's also, to me, not a good indicator of a strong business or a more mature business. Okay. So let me talk about how do you handle this, because it happens, right? Well, let me give you some examples. How now I do it is, let's say you want to get on my schedule to talk and see if I can help you. Great. I want that conversation. I want that conversation sooner rather than later. However, I have the structure, that rigidity, right, of when I can have that call. And I have planned for it in a way that I can say, you know what? Here's my scheduler. And before I send it out, I check my calendar and make sure that those times are still good. Okay? I'm thinking. I say, here's my scheduler. Schedule a time that works for you. A, I've taken off this little back and forth stuff, But B, I've given you my rigidity, right? My structure, and then giving you absolute flexibility. Make sense? Never had anybody complain about that. In fact, most people love the scheduler. 2, I'll give you another example. So when I was in design, people love to meet at nights and on the weekends. I gotta tell you, I'm a morning gal. I'm ready to go to bed like at 8 o'clock. I've put forth great effort in my day, and I'm tired. I sleep really well. I'm one of those people that head hits the pillow, I'm out. So I don't like night appointments. I really don't. I don't take very many night speaking engagements. I'll do, I think my minimum is, or maximum is maybe 2 a month. I'll do them, no problem. But I know what it takes to keep my energy level being where it is. So that's my structure again. Structure, flexibility. So what I found, and especially in design, when people would want to work on the weekends, and I wanted to be with my kids, honestly, I wanted to be with my family, is it's easy to say no. And if you think about, we want to do a Disney moment here. And that's, unfortunately, there's the no, right? I'm not able to do that at that time. However, here comes the yes. I can do it here or here. Would either of those work for you? Now, I would have, you get a lot of pressure on appointments. So I had backups to that. Even if it was a weekend thing, I had learned this from my great friend in Houston, Kathy. And she's like, you know what? My husband and I both made a decision that on the weekends, I wasn't going to make him a design widow and he wasn't going to make me a golf widow. And we've been married 25 years and that's something I've been able to do. So I'm not able to meet with you. I mean, if you have to put a little story to it, great. But anytime you offer the why, is you open it up to negotiation. And this is the rigidity part, non-negotiable, right? You own your schedule, not your clients, not your employees. You own your schedule. So you want to keep that rigidity. Now, most people, I made it dark again. Most people will fall in line to that, but they're always going to ask, and that's okay because they're human, right? We're always self-centered. I'm self-centered when it comes to my stuff too, right? We're always thinking on the whiffum for our own selves first. You just have to be okay with saying no. So unfortunately, I'm not available at that time. You know what? I work out in the mornings. I didn't this morning because I chose a different thing. Thought I'd get back to it. Didn't happen. But I normally don't book a call before 10. And part of that is that's what it takes me to get my kids to school, get a workout in, get showered and looking presentable, make sure I don't have any other hot irons to take care of, and then get on with my day. So I'm still working. I might be on my email at 8 in the morning, but that's the structure. So anytime anybody's saying, I don't tell them what I'm doing. I don't say, well, that's my workout time. No, heavens no. I say, unfortunately, I'm not able to meet at that time. Would one of these other times work for you? Or if it's like a Friday and I know I have an early morning meeting that I do at the chambers, usually 7 to 9. I can book a 9:30. I can book a 9:15 when it comes to that. But I have an appointment. That's all you need to say. And I hope if you're feeling pulled in a million different directions, you really can take this, my little pet peeve about canceling or not honoring commitments because you're taking a client appointment. Just schedule them in a time that works for you. They're not going to not pay you. They're not going to not work with you because you can't meet at a certain time that they want to meet. If they do, red flag, especially a new client, red flag. You probably don't want to work with them. They will cost you more money than they will bring in. So let's just put that fear to bed, right? Let's just put that fear to bed so you can honor all the parts of your life, all the parts of your business that you have. So that's it. I think that's pretty good for today, don't you? It's been a good day. Give yourself the flexibility to just make your day whatever it needs to be. If I shared with you, I'm just going to share with you everything I've attended to today. So I went to political meet the candidates for Plano for Plano, City of Plano. Came home, addressed some volunteering stuff that I have. Then I got on a training call. Then I did a one-to-one networking with a VC group out of Colorado. Really cool group. Then I went shopping. I have an event tomorrow night and I needed some new jewelry. So I went shopping and came back home and then worked some more on some marketing things and getting ready for my mastermind, which starts tomorrow. And now I'm carpooling. I still have soccer practice and taekwondo practice and dinner to go this evening. Plus, I'll probably get back on the computer and take care of a few more things. That's how I am flexible, right? And that's how I blend. So it's not, some days I'm all work for, a good chunk of time. Today is just a day I can bounce back and forth between things. But it's always according to plan and what I need to get accomplished for the day. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Are you a little bit like Bamboo? I mean, can you see where you might need a little bit more rigidity and firm rootedness in order to be a little more flexible? So I hope that helps. Let me know. Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, and we're coaching from the Carpool. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.